as within, so without. And feeling is the secret. I mean, if you can't walk around in a chosen mood, see, well, then you're setting yourself up. You see, you're going to be doing something. And, you know, the thing of it is, you get to choose the something. And actually, you are choosing something. But are you aware of what you are choosing? See, these are the moments I was stressed up with because it's easy to say you believe, you know, really. But, you know, when the test comes,
Yeah.
you know, you shy away because you know your prior feeling about it. What? I don't know. Whatever you're feeling about is causing you a problem because you're creating the problem on one end, and then on the other end, you're asking for help. See, and actually looking to the left or right for help. It's it's you who helps you. Thinking makes it so. So change your thinking. That's all you have to do. It says change your mind, change your world. And you see, the thing of it is, that's what I'm doing every day. I practice moving between, well, just say lines of communication. Look, you're always thinking ahead of your evidence. And as a evidence mean like if you know you bump your knee on something, you know, every move you make is thought first. It's the reason why there's a warning that you can hurt yourself out of your own mind. And you are hurting yourself if you're hurting out of your mind. And you want to get back in your mind, and that means you want to get in control of what you're thinking, feelingly about, and that's not easy in an environment that's going every which way, and it gets you involved in so many things that you can't think without permission from the environment. Most people operate that way.
Absolutely. That's true. You said something, and you said a couple of things, and they really collaborate together. Your sayings about it say, Jesus said, apart from the Father, I can do nothing. And you said that God said if he didn't do it, it wasn't done. I think that most people process, you say a lot of deep things that people are hearing at a surface level, and they're not getting the depths of what's being said. So I just want to touch on this. When you say to them, if God didn't do it, it wasn't done, they need to understand that God is doing it through them as them. You want to expound on that?
That's right. Yeah. Well, everybody's saying improve on this, improve on that, improve. Are you helping? I mean, there it is. You're faced right with right here, right now. Look. You were given the power. There's only one. Okay. So you were given the power, and you are now operating that power you were given, even as a little child. You grew up with it, but you were also conditioned to the ongoing drama, the play of humanity, and you have not been able to separate what they say and what they do. And it's the same with you. You have to separate what you say you do.
Yes.
See, from saying yes, I believe it. See, you say you believe it. See, I believe it. But if you're not doing it, you don't believe it. You know about it. I got by with that for years. So, I mean, I use that. I know about it, but that is exactly it. I knew about it. I didn't know from it. And and how do you get say to think from it? Because you dream the dream. You're told to dream the dream. And that is the dream. Dreaming you what you're doing, what you're being, what you're having, and enjoying life to the absolute fullest. You can do that. And some say, well, I can't actually, you know, think about things I don't actually have. You see, you just slammed the door on yourself right there. That one statement just you're almost non-existent. Yeah, almost non-existent. Yeah, actually, most are practically there.
Yeah.
Uh, the one thing that I always stress is that you have to understand that you have a valid say. See, you see valid, 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 valid stamped on every commercial on television and even on the computer. They keep certain words forefront and other words kind of in the background. And you don't really catch on because you're not really paying attention. See, it's what you're paying attention to. That's what you're going to have physically, mentally in your world of experiencing. Whatever you're focused on, that's your life. Because what has your attention has your life. I mean, sit down and think of that for a few minutes. That what has your attention has your life. Uh-huh. See? Try holding your breath under the water for for a little while, and you'll get the idea. Whoa. Attitudes. See, you have to develop a different attitude toward life in general. That it's all good and very good, we're told. See? That's what God said. It's good and very good. That's God said that. And here you are denying it. But in denying it, you deny yourself. You're given choose today. It didn't say you just scramble it up because that's what we do. Your mind jumps to so many, I don't know, hundreds, thousands of different. You were here a moment ago, and now you're over there, and you're over there, and you're up there, and you're hearing what's going on down there. And see, what you're paying attention to, you're giving your life to. You get it? What has your attention has your life. So pay attention. You paying attention to you. Not what's in your environment. See, that's everything out there is secondhand. You're looking for new idea, new thoughts, new being. I am that. Claim I'm now able to say it, feel it, be it right here, right now, and you can too. There's no excuse for you at all. You make all your own excuses. Well, the world, so you see him excusing himself that way, and you say, well, if he can excuse himself, I'm certainly able to come, well, hey, if you haven't examine what it is thinking feelingly about. If you're not interested in that, then you're not interested in your life, period. And you not only can't avoid things, you set yourself up for them. And I know you're setting yourself up for them because it can't happen to you until you accept it as a possibility. But when you do, look out. You're setting yourself up. When I say you're setting yourself up, I mean exactly that. You're setting yourself up with a set of conditions that at the time it happens, you forgot all about, you ever thought of it. But you're always thinking ahead of your evidence. And if this is what you're doing, then you know what it was you were thinking because you're doing it. And that's the system working if you're paying attention. And what has your attention, again and again I say, that's what has your life. Think about it. What has your attention has your life. And for how long? I don't know how long, how much attention do you give to it? And you see, that's a thing right there. Our thinking like makes different little jumps. If you agreed with it once, then it'll come up again and again and again. If you disagree with it once, it'll still come up again and again and again. So you see, you're on all the time. That's what Scripture was trying to point out to you, that you're actually creating your world moment by moment because you're always thinking feelingly moment by moment. Catch yourself and you set yourself free. It's only you who put the bars up in front of you. God didn't do that. He had nothing to do with that, but you did. See, it's what you think, you do, you be, you have. That's your world of experiencing, and you're doing it morning, noon, and night. And you ask me, how do I know this? Because I experienced it. That's how I know it. I'm not here as an example. I'm to share with you what was shared with me. I didn't figure any of this out. I mean, believe me, I didn't figure any of this out. I'm lucky if I can get my checking account. Look, the one thing you want to take away from this is that you're on all the time. On what? On creating your world of experiencing. It's what you're doing. Even if you're unaware, totally, it's still what you're doing. You see, because God can't do anything for you until you ask. And what are we told? You receive not because you ask not. You see, or you're asking amiss. You see, now you're doing one or the other. Well, the one you talk about the most is the one you actually experience, because you always get what you expect. You can say out loud here, I believe that, I believe that, I believe that, but that don't register. Not where you want it to. It's telling you that you're just not paying attention. You're not paying attention to what you're doing to yourself. You can blame everybody you want, but that won't mean anything. It's what you think. That's what you're experiencing, good or otherwise. And in most cases, a fair share of either or both. But you're doing it. And nobody's doing it to you. No, nobody. Tell them. Nobody's doing it to them.
Absolutely. You were talking about just the power of the individual. I don't think that they're really getting. We hear these conversations, but I'm not sure that they're getting the magnitude of how much it is that they're creating by way of their thoughts, their words, their actions, their attitudes, their feelings, their states. And I appreciate that you keep driving it home, because eventually for somebody it's going to click for the first time.
I can tell you, I heard it many, many times. before I understood what happened. You see, I didn't understand that in an instant you can remember things that happened to you that consciously you couldn't imagine it. But you did it. You are doing it. Everyone is doing it. Everyone is using the power. But are you aware that you're using the power every time you think about anything whatsoever? That was the whatsoever. And like I said, I really spent a lot of time looking up what whatsoever really means.
I had a half a dozen of Neville's tapes, and I listened to them at least one every night for years before it actually touched base. I began thinking differently. The importance of having a CD, because what has your focus has your life. Think about it. We're not asking you to join anything, but you have to have the CDs. You have to have the DVDs. You have to listen to them. It's you training this. Listen, listen, listen.
But as Mr. Lindell stated, you have to listen to them repeatedly. And again, for those who are interested, click the link below and it will take you to the 4 CD set, and you'll be able to transform not only your mind, but your world.